Hi everyone, I think we're live. This is my first time doing live here on Facebook. My name is Anne, for those of you who do not know me. I'm going to be doing a live video on a Q&A for Soulmates and Twinflames. Now, I just recently did one on YouTube, if some of you checked it out. I had some difficulties with the audio, and that explains it with Mercury retrograde. We go through a lot of, I can't say like it's always a struggle, but we got it done. Plus, I went live yesterday with my sister Mary, and it seemed to go well, but it just seemed like some things went a little weird. But that's live. But we're testing it out because I do plan to make more live videos, maybe do some online readings. But for today, I want to do a continuance of the previous video that I did on YouTube. Since I had to cut my time short, it was only for the fact because the sound just went off. And I hope you guys can hear me because I can't see the chat if it's coming through or not. Like I said, this is like something I'm just testing out. Maybe I'll do it on my computer. But right now, it's just something that I can't see right now. I can't see the chat. I'm just trying to, my viewers, let's see. Allow viewers to guest. I'm testing it out. I apologize. I'm going to get to the video in just 1 second. I have never done this. I've made videos that I've done live on Instagram. But so far, okay, there we go. Hi, Lisa Marie, I see you. And there's Tony Vitelli. Oh, and I see some stars. Okay, this is just like Instagram and YouTube. So I hope you guys can hear me good and see me well. I do have good internet, so it should be like full, the bars, and I'm going to be testing it. So like I said, this is just like a trial run, and I want to get to everybody if I can later on. Maybe if I can do some questions. This is going to be a quick video, by the way, because it's in the middle of the day and I've been trying to work this camera, but the sounding and everything else, I'm not going to go into the technical stuff because it's boring, and it's just a technicality. But once I get it going, I promise you guys, I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis, just like I do my regular videos on a weekly basis with Soulmates and Twinflames. So for those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Anne, and I give love, soulmate, twin flame oracle readings on YouTube, also private readings, also on Facebook. Also, I like to reach out to everybody. So if I don't reach out to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you, but it's mainly because I'm just super busy, or sometimes it just doesn't come out. Okay, so I have like some questions that were actually asked for me right after the previous video, that live video, that I could not answer because my sound went off. The link is down below if anybody wants to watch it. It was about an hour, and I did get to a lot of questions. So for those of you who are joining in, thank you for joining us, and I will do my best that the sound won't go off this time. Okay, so let me find these questions. 1 second. I hope you guys are all doing well. With Lionsgate, it's like a lot of intense energy, I have to say. It's been crazy. A lot of, I can't explain why it happens this way, but a lot of times it's a purging energy. And that's something I would like to explain about, like maybe after I get to these questions really quick. My sound is a little bit off. Okay. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I need another microphone. This mic is right here. I hope it sounds okay. Sometimes it's not my fault. It's just the internet. Okay, well, we'll get it done, I promise you guys. I hope you guys can hear me anyways. Okay, so the first question. Okay, this person wants to remain anonymous. If you have two people in your life and feel the exact same connection for both, which one is your soulmate and which one is your twin flame? Okay, very important question because I get this asked a lot. Okay, now, if you have to question if this person is a twin flame, if this person is a soulmate, the thing is that it may very well be just a soulmate, because the thing is that twin flames, like we talked about before, is a very sacred union. It's not that it's better, it's not that it's higher, it's just different, but it is part of the Soulmate Collective. So because of the Soulmate Collective, because it's connected all together with our soul, I mean, technically, soul connection. So you have to look at that. Maybe you are not ready to meet your twin flame. Not that it's meant for you to meet your twin flame. Everybody is different. 50% of the people will meet, 50% won't. Sometimes they're not ready to come into union. So you're not supposed to just go looking for that one particular partner. And I've mentioned this many times, and I hope I'm not repeating myself. But if you have a twin flame, you're not going to question if that other person is your soulmate and who is your twin flame, because the twin flame connection it's life-changing, and it does change the course of your life in a way where you don't know if that person is actually somebody that is a part of you, because it's compelling. You won't question it. That person changed your life. I mean, we all go through relationships, and early on we meet people, we're, in love, we feel it. Sometimes, unfortunately, heartbreak happens, and when heartbreak does happen, we tend to, it's not easy, and not everybody goes through the twin flame separation. It's just heartbreak. It's just a breakup, and that is never easy. But when it's a twin flame, it's something that you can't disconnect from. It's something you know from deep inside your core. And like, I have several articles that explain it, and you've probably heard about it from other people, but you will know the difference. You will know the compelling energy. The two of you will have a synchronicity. And yes, that's right. Emma Vary, there's only one twin flame. That's the divine twin flame connection. You're right. That's true. That's why I'm saying you will know that twin flame is your divine partner. That is the one that you're meant for. Some people are not meant to meet early on. Some people are meant to meet later on. Everybody is different. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Okay, can twin flames meet up early in life or later in life? Both, actually. You know what? It doesn't even matter if you're meeting up with someone that you have a great connection with. Okay, let's say this person is just incredible. This person is amazing. But you're doubting if it's your twin flame because not all the synchronicities are there. You two don't have that same, I don't know, like you two are on the same level, but it feels great. Go with it. Don't question it. These are things that happen to a person's life, their experiences. We have to go through them in order to find our divine soul connection. It's not necessarily has to be the twin flame early in life or later in life. It's all who is in your life that you are meant to be with. Now, sometimes you're not going to meet that person early on in life because that person is not destined to be in your life till later. Or sometimes it happens that twin flames don't get to meet up at all in a lifetime. Not that they didn't incarnate together, but they may have been different ages, or for whatever reason it was not meant for that to happen. Now, the thing is that twin flames will meet up sometimes early in life. That is true. And then there's a separation that goes on, that they always feel that person deep inside their core, and they never get to see each other during that time of growing up. I mean, like early on in high school or grade school, or I've seen that happen. I mean, elementary school even. The thing is that there's a time and a purpose that they have to meet up later on. Maybe the divine union has to go on whenever they're ready, because if they're not ready, they're not going to come to a divine union. They're not going to feel the divine union. Can the divine union skip on to the next lifetime? Well, sometimes it does when there are certain obstacles in the way. And, we don't look at that. We don't look at, well, the obstacles are in my way and they're too great for me that I'm never going to meet with my twin flame. No, you are, because you are meant to come to divine union. Divine union has to happen because it's part of you. It's part of, you met your twin flame. Now you need to come to divine union. It has to happen. You have to work on yourself. Maybe you think you're working on yourself, and that's another situation as well. I don't want to go and change the subject of meeting twin flame early on and later in life, but the truth of the matter is, work on yourself, whatever that may be. Working on yourself doesn't necessarily mean, okay, I'm very spiritual, I meditate, and I'm ready. No. You know what? There's other things that you have. There's sometimes ego that comes into place. Now, I see a lot of ego. Not that ego is a bad thing or it's a good thing, but it's part of us. And you know what? Sometimes you have to eliminate certain things. I'm not here to tell you what to do, so please I'm just explaining a little bit more about it. Okay, so let's go to the third question. And I promised you guys who are writing to me right now, I want to look at your questions, but I don't want to, get off course of what I'm saying, because I do tend to do that. And I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. So keep up the questions. If I don't get to you now, I'm going to get to you in the next video. Okay, so the third question. Okay, this person wants to be anonymous as well. Okay, if you're currently married or in a committed relationship with children, although meeting your twin flame later on is a life-changing experience. I want to know if you can cut off the connection from your twin just to go back to life the way it was. Okay, that kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. And the answer is that you can't really cut off the connection. As much as I would love to say there's a way to just cut the cords, sever the cords, just cut all the ties. It's literally impossible. You can deal with the situation. You can combat the energies that you're getting. That's why we recommend, working on yourself, meditation. You have choices. Remember, nothing is marked in stone. So I'm not here to tell you that you need to leave your current situation to be with your twin flame because you're in, you're doomed. No. Your relationship is what your relationship. God gives us free will, and we have choices in our lives. But unfortunately, we can't disconnect the feeling we get. I mean, you have to just keep it sacred. I know many twins who have not come to a physical union, but they are content with the union they have spiritually, that they can't be together for whatever reason. I mean, everybody has their own situation. I'm not here to tell you that you need to come to divine union physically. You can come to a divine union spiritually. That is something that, we talk about maybe in another video. But for now, it's all about working on yourself, because you know what's best for you. You know what to do with yourself. You know what to expect. You know what your choices are. I can't tell you. I'm not here to explain this. Okay, I'm only here to help you understand it a little bit better. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, number 4. Can you have more than one twin flame? I read an article recently on the internet, and they mentioned having more than one twin. No, that's. I mean, I don't want to tell you that you're reading the wrong articles, but a lot of people write stuff, and maybe they feel like that's what it is, that that we have more than one twin. But how do you cut off your spirit and divide it into 4s and 5s? It's not like we talk about twins, okay? Like I'm a twin, I'm a physical twin. Mary's my twin sister. I could have been a triplet, okay? My third sister, my younger sister, she could have been my triplet. It doesn't go that way with twin flames. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. It's like it's the other half of you, split in half, okay? Not about splitting quarters or 4s. I mean, I'm not laughing at this question. I'm just trying to give you a little bit more understanding that twin flames come in just one pair. One pair. We do have more than one soulmate, and different types of soulmates. There's different types that come in that share sometimes many similarities like the twin flames. I mean, it's not that they all go through the same thing, but everybody is brought here in a sense that they have a purpose. They have a purpose to fulfill their destiny, and sometimes it's not meant to be with the twin. They don't meet up. They just don't. But can they be happy? Absolutely. Can they be happy with a divine soulmate, just somebody that is compatible with them, a twin ray, somebody that is in an energy where it is just so higher up and they feel good with each other. But the twin flame is a little bit different. So, I mean, I hope I'm not confusing you guys, because it is a little confusing and nobody has the direct path on, okay, I know everything about soulmates. I know everything about twin flames, because technically we are all students on this planet, learning from each other, researching it. It's kind of like we evolve spiritually and we try to understand it from what spirit is giving us. And when we pay attention to our own senses, our own guides, the angels will give us those messages. If we are listening to ego and thinking we know, I mean, that is great too. Knowledge is fantastic. But also, spirit is king. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't want to contradict anybody, and I'm not trying to, but I just want to let you guys know that you have to just stick to what you feel in your heart. You know, when it comes to twin flames, when it comes to soulmates, it's all about what you're compelled to. Okay, number 5. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I have to ask. I feel compelled to a certain celebrity. Although we have not physically met, I just wanted to know, is this possible? Okay. Been asked this question several times. The answer is yes, okay? But we do have crushes too, okay? We do have like, oh, I love this person. You know, wow, this person is so like wonderful. I love watching them. I love listening to their music. Um, that's the thing. With celebrities, they are people. They are definitely people. And I have saw some twin flames come together that were celebrities that did not know that they were twin flames, and then found out that they were twin flames. They actually acknowledged it, and that's why I'm saying it's very beautiful. And the both of them were not celebrity. One was a celebrity, and one was just a fan or just somebody that they knew. So this is why I'm going to say is that yes, it is possible. Okay, number 6. Does my divine masculine feel my energy when I'm sad? I'm always feeling his energy, or it could be a woman. Remember, divine masculine doesn't have to be a man. Okay, that's not the male energy. It could be the female person, I should say, not energy. But I just wanted to know, does he or she feel mine? The answer is yes. The answer is that it doesn't matter who's a divine masculine and who's a divine feminine, because that question is answered. It's inside of both of us. Okay, twins share divine masculine, divine feminine, and it's basically because when they have this, like this union that they're trying to come together with, they will feel it. The union is like pulling on them. Like it's kind of like, hey, you need to come forward. You need to move forward. You need to feel me. You need to see me. You may feel it in different ways, and that's another question that somebody asked me, and I need to answer that. You will feel it in signs. Signs come through where you may get a message coming through, like maybe through a dream. Dreams have a very powerful kind of like feeling that we get, that we see visions, flashes. We get them when we meditate. We also see them. Numbers will come up. Everything is sometimes confusing because you shouldn't be like trying to analyze it, especially now during Mercury retrograde. But writing it down, I always talk about writing things down as much as you can. Writing it down, because writing it down will actually help you to meditate over it later. Maybe you'll get the message. Maybe you'll get it later. Maybe you'll get it, later on in life, or right then and there in the vision. Okay, that's the last question, number 7. Okay, twin flames, do they go through past lives? Yes, they do. That's a good question, because what happens is that twin flames, when they're first created, okay, they're split into two. Not that that's the bad thing, but when they're split into two, it's mainly to help them to grow, to find each other. Many lifetimes they can find each other, and it can be like harmony. It's not like necessarily that they always got to go through the negative aspects of their relationship. Sometimes they're not ready. And you know what? Getting ready is not always that difficult either. Everybody's process is a little bit different, and everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own situation. Now, I can't tell you what your journey is. You only know that, and I can't do that in a private session as well, because only you know where you're supposed to go with this. You're the one that makes those decisions. It's something that we are given. I can only help you and explain to you a little bit more in depth what that is, how to help yourself. But it's all about you working on yourself, and in order to come to that divine union, it's like you can't keep looking back and comparing yourself with previous relationships or previous people that you've met that seem to be, like a soulmate, or you think it's a false twin, because actually false twins, there's really no such thing. It's more of like you thought that person was your twin because that person was actually maybe a karmic connection, and karmic connections are basically to help us to grow, and we have to just clear up some unnecessary karmic energy. And some people, you may know that your twin is with a karmic connection, or, you're with a karmic connection and you're trying to get to your twin. I mean, everybody has different situations. I can't really define them. So, I hope that's answered some of the questions. I'm going to try my best to answer a few more questions because I really do have to go. I don't know how long we were on. Let's see. Okay. I hope I sound okay to everybody. Tony, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's right. You know when you met your twin. Okay. Okay, yes, Linda, yes, when you know it's your twin, you recognize them, and sometimes just having them sacred in your life, in your heart, and you haven't come to divine union, but knowing you will, that kind of like puts like a peace inside your heart, because you're just waiting for them to get ready, so to speak, and maybe you have some things in your life. So, sometimes your life is not perfect, but I'm going to be with my twin, and you very well will be with your twin. Okay. Okay. Okay, Emma. Emma Very. Why have me and my twin been kept apart? It's all about working on yourself. Emma, you can't really determine like why you are apart, because it's all about the separation that has to sometimes happen in order to perfect yourself. I mean, twin flames, yes, they can live together and they can still be working on themselves, but it's not going to be a happy union. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's better to do it separately, because when you're watching your twin and your twin is like not doing things the way you want, I mean, it can cause like, oh my gosh, that's where they call it a toxic relationship, but it's clearly not a toxic relationship. They're just not ready. If they're not ready, it's going to be very negative, and you don't want it to be negative. Okay, hope that answered. Or maybe maybe that person is just not ready, and you have to do things for yourself. Like I said, everybody's different. Okay, Tony, I'm going to go through these really quick. Is it possible for twin flames to reunite during Lionsgate? You said okay, yes. Lionsgate is a time where it happened yesterday, 8/8, and we talked about that on Mary's video on Instagram. But Lions Gateway Portal is actually a time of opening, of surrendering, releasing. You may find yourself going through a time where you're going to say, I need to just get rid of all of this excess baggage. I need to get rid of things that don't serve a purpose in my life, because all I'm doing is just lingering it. It's lingering on in my life, and I'm not getting higher. As soon as you get rid of it all, unless you need to keep it, I say get rid of it. You can't keep it inside. You can't keep things inside. You have to release and surrender. We talk about this all the time. So that's what Lionsgate Way Portal is all about: opening new beginnings, welcoming them. But I have to be honest with you. The purge may be not exactly what you expect. The purging may be letting go, and it's just so tough. It's so intense. It's part of the process. So go with it. It may linger on for a little while. We talked about Lionsgate before, and I also have a blog about it. So I will put it down if you guys want to read about it, or if you've already received it in my newsletter, you're welcome to share, like, whatever. I mean, it's all about you understanding that Lionsgate Portal is not a bad thing if you're going through stuff, because a lot of people is feeling a lot of high energies. Okay. Let's see. Kathy Durdon. Okay, how do you put up a wall or protection so that you don't give them too much of your energy? Yeah, that's important. I mean, that's with almost everybody. You need to protect yourself, because especially if you're empathic, you don't want to release like the emotional part of yourself to that person just yet, because you'll know the time is right. I would say the best way to do it is, I like to do things for myself. I like to raise my vibration. Raising my vibration builds up not only a wall, but a shield of armor, of strength, of light, and it just like surrounds me. It's like so beautiful, because when you release, like stuff out of you, you have to raise your vibration, and raising your vibration can be anything. It could be like whatever makes you happy. Like I love to go in nature and do things like really positive for myself. Go for a massage, go for a yoga class. I love to work out, lifting weights, stretching, even just going for a walk. Okay, getting out there, just doing something different. How about finding someplace different and just go with it? Raising your vibration will help you build that wall. Plus, meditating on love, meditating on light, and I like to do that near water. Now, I live near Lake Erie. I like to go by the beach of the Lake Erie, and I just love to meditate and just walk barefoot in the sand, because walking barefoot, that's another thing. I'll talk about that later, but walking barefoot connects you to the earth, and all the vibrations just come up through your body. It heals you. It actually heals you. Water, especially salt water. We should all embrace water as much as possible, even if it could be a swimming pool. I mean, it technically is water. Okay. Do we always find out soulmate in every lifetime? Yes. We have more than one soulmate. You would be surprised. Some people are meant to come in our life, and this is for Linda Fish Dupuis. I don't know. I can't pronounce right. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing you right. I apologize. But Linda, yes, we do have more than one soulmate that enters in our life, and they can be like divine soulmate. They can be somebody that, it doesn't have to be that you feel compelled towards them, but they actually make you feel beautiful inside. They just give you this beautiful energy, and that's why, sometimes it's just good to just focus on that feeling of love, because it's all about love. Yeah, sometimes they're very negative. Sometimes they can make us feel little inside, and you know what? That's actually to help us get stronger. They made an imprint in some way that something we'll never forget, but you know what? It's who you are today. And remember, don't be embarrassed of who you are today and what you had to go through. We all have to go through these challenges and obstacles. They are all about that, divine energy that we need to find inside ourselves. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That's great, Emma. You're illuminated. Can't see too very well with this light. Okay, Lisa. How do you know when your twin is awakened? Well, your twin will come through in a sense where your twin is going to awaken. That they'll let you know, Lisa. When they let you know, you'll know that they're different. They're opening themselves to you. They're opening yourself to the point of not letting negativity bring you two apart. Maybe they might say, I've changed, I've realized, I've come to a realization, and you know what, maybe there's still some things that you might have to work on. It's not easy. Everybody goes through their own process, but you'll know. Okay. Now I'm not doing readings right now. I apologize, Emma. Okay. Oh, thank you, Johnny Bones. That's sweet. Okay, Tony, I would love to explain more. That's the thing. The Lionsgate portal is something that everybody is experiencing, and I do explain about it on my blog article that I just recently posted last week, so you can understand it. That it's just something that you need to do in order to refresh and energize your life. Now we are going to be having a new moon that comes on the 11th, a new moon, and it's going to accompany a solar eclipse partial. Although us in the U.S. is not going to be seeing it, it's still in the atmosphere, and because it's in the atmosphere, we are going to be feeling a sense of it. So, brace yourself, guys. Listen, I don't know everything. I'm just here to help you. Why do we go through all of this during Lionsgate Way Portal every year? It's 8/8. It's a time that when there is spiritual events happening, we just tend to, I don't know, it affects us differently. It happened last year, it's happening this year and the year before. I mean, we all just get them, that sometimes it's worse than others. But this time it's with Mercury retrograde, so we know what Mercury retrograde does to us. It's a good time to just complete tasks. Now, this is one of my tasks, okay? Just letting you guys know that I've been talking about this forever on my previous videos. I'm going to be doing live videos. I haven't been led to do them because for some reason, I just got messages, wait. Mercury retrograde happened. I managed to do, live on YouTube, on Facebook, and Instagram. So it's like, it's an exciting time for me. I've completed it. Because I'm not just giving you an example, completing things. Okay, I'm not going to go into Mercury retrograde. We all know what that is. Okay. Okay, this comes from Mari. I apologize. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, but you know the question that you just wrote. Can they be married to someone else? Unfortunately, yes. Marriage is a piece of paper, and I'm not taking marriage lightly either, because marriage is a sacred thing for us to go through in our lives. But you have to remember, we are sent to different people at different times. Sometimes it's to find ourselves to be complete, maybe all our lives, sometimes partial. That's why sometimes some of us have to go through divorce, separation, come back together. I've seen this happen so many times. I'm not trying to tell you what you're supposed to be doing, because only you know that, and you know what you want. Nobody can tell you this. Even in a reading, nobody is going to tell you what you need to do. Only help guide you from what Spirit is wanting to say to you, what the angels are trying to give to you. And it's not coming from me, because I cannot tell you. I'm just a person here that is trying to give spiritual guidance to you to help you to make that decision. Okay? All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. Johnny Bones. My twin flame got engaged, but the relationship failed before the marriage happened. Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Wait a minute. Your twin flame wasn't engaged with you. Okay. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I can't explain why people get, involved, and then they cut off, and then they get involved. It's like a roller coaster. Okay. Karen, I want to do a reading for you. I can't right now because I'm trying to get to all the questions as a Q&A. I promise I'm going to be doing another, maybe like answering questions video. And I will post like an event so that you guys can know ahead of time to get your questions together. And, I will try my best to get to them, as quickly as possible, because I can do this for like hours. And we're all busy, and we all want to get to one thing and, get our life together. Okay. Tony Vitale. You got a lot of questions, Tony. Can crystal healing and Reiki help twin flames reunite? Absolutely. Gosh. Anything you do for the spirit, okay, remember this. It's going to help the spiritual union. It's going to help the spiritual connection itself. When we talk about divine union, we're not talking about just the physical. Now, yeah, physical is important. I'm not saying we're going to live in a bubble and just, be connected to our twin. We're here on Earth. We can't go 5D 24/7. But with this type of energy, releasing, surrendering, you're automatically getting higher. Your vibrations are getting higher. You're actually getting to a higher frequency with your twin, and you can telepathically communicate. I don't know, if some of you know this, but when you meditate, your visions are actually getting there. Your visions are connecting, and like the way we're connected. So you really need to pay attention. You really need to focus. I'm not telling you that you need to just go meditate so you can connect with them, so you can communicate like the way I'm communicating with you, the way you communicate with your friends. You'll hear it. You'll feel it. It's a wave. It's a vibration. It's not necessarily a physical voice, although sometimes it can sound like a physical voice. But you have to be superior when it comes to meditation, and you have to like understand it better. Not just, okay, I'm gonna go talk with my twin, and I'm just gonna just tell them what I'm feeling. I mean, go for it. I mean, if you think you can do it. But everybody is different. So that I'm just trying to like help you guys understand it. Okay. And crystal healing is great because you have stuff to do, stuff to clear out. I mean, there's excess baggage, things that happened. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Mari. I'm glad to help you. And Karen. Okay. So I think we're getting to all the questions, and I have to go also. So like I said, I am going to be doing more live videos, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll do them on a weekly basis where I will be answering your questions like little mini reading questions, and helping you guys. But, like I said, my time is limited, and I'm like super busy all the time. Right now, it's I don't know what time it is. I don't even know how long I've been on. Like, this is the first time I'm using Facebook. And for those of you who just joined me, I hope you can watch me again, because I do plan on making more videos, like I said, here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever it's at. It's going to be like maybe a routine like I do with my regular videos on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so I'm going on. Okay, thanks, Tony, for letting me know. It's 30 minutes. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I do plan on doing this again. So thank you, Tony, for that, and all your questions and everybody's questions. And I love you guys. So until next time, God bless you all. Namaste.